Second. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Anna Marie YouTube channel. I'm so glad to see you, king and queens, and share your energy with you once again. I love you guys so much, and today's topic that we're talking about is take courage. Take courage. It's something that we try to find, we try to do, and it gets hard for us sometimes. It gets hard for us sometimes because of this thing called life, and dealing with life, brings a lot of fears, and those fears don't allow us to find that courage. But when we can truly understand what fear is, then we can truly have courage. And that's what we're going to learn today. So I hope that you enjoy. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the Anna Marie YouTube channel. I love to hear what you guys have to say. So comment, like the videos, and share. So I hope you guys enjoy. Sit back, relax, listen, and bring some knowledge and share your knowledge with us. Enjoy, loves. All right, so today's topic that we're talking about is finding courage. Finding courage. Before we can talk about how do we find courage, let's talk about what is courage. So courage means the ability to do something that frightens someone. So the ability, thank you Santiago, the ability to do something that frightens somebody. In spite of how I'm feeling, in spite of how it makes me feel, in spite of my emotions, I'm still going to conquer this thing. It seems really hard. I recognize this as something I dealt with before, and when I dealt with it before, it brought me a lot of pain. I don't want to deal with it now, so I'm not gonna go there because I don't have the strength. I don't have the courage in order to get through. The other thing that courage means is strength in the face of pain or grief. Strength in the face of pain or grief. If we find courage somewhere inside of us, we have the strength to push through. Somewhere inside of us, we have something on the inside that's helping us to endure the press. So when we say courage is strength, it's a mental strength for us to be able to persevere. Courage is a mental strength for us to be able to persevere, to withstand danger, fear, and difficulty. So though we keep talking about that, and we keep everything we're hearing is frightened. We hear frightened, we're hearing fear. So we're seeing that courage really is wrapped around. Courage is really wrapped around fear, and it's wrapped around something being frightening. A lot of us don't even recognize we don't have courage. That's one of the major things in finding courage. A lot of us don't even care about getting it. And the definition of courage, we said that courage is the ability to do something that's frightening to someone. We said that courage is the strength in the face of pain. There's something that is pushing me. There's something that's directing me on the inside. There's something that's showing me and telling me to press. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about courage. Where does it come from? There's something on the inside that's telling me to do something that's moving me forward. Hey, Space. Courage is the mental strength to persevere. It's the mental strength to withstand danger, fear, and difficulty. Ability to feel fear and act anyway. Being in a place to be able to feel the fear, and when you fear it, you don't run, but you stand. Oh, my loves, who am I talking to? I want that strength. There was a point in my life that I decided, Kay Clan, hey love, welcome. Grand rising to you, King. Welcome forward. There was a point in my life that I have decided when I feel fear that I'm choosing to stand. No longer am I going to be cowardly and run away, but I know that there are some demands in my life. There are places that I need to go that I won't allow these obstacles to stop me. Courage is directly dealing with fear. We need courage because we face fear. Courage is dealing with fear. So it's not that we don't feel fear no more when we have courage, but courage speaks to us where we have the ability to feel fear, but we move forward anyway. We push through anyway, even though we feel and we're a little bit scared because we don't know the consequences. We don't know how it's going to work out, but we want to still move forward because we know we need to. Then we do. That's what it is. Don't live your life looking to remove fear, because that's impossible. The way I'm going to find courage is if I'm not scared of anything no more. No, honey, it don't work like that. It's in a place that we have courage because we push through the fear. We can't have courage if we never feel fear. I don't know who I'm talking to. It might get a little bit deep for some people. Courage makes us come to the point to overcome fear. It says that, I see that this thing is hard and I know that it's scary, but I understand where I'm going. Thank you, Claire. Thank you for your gift, Claire. I appreciate you, King. Rob, hey, love, I feel this thing, but I understand where I'm going. Courage is the mental strength to persevere through some things. And it's persevering through danger, fear, and difficulty. It's saying there's some things in my life that are happening right now, but I need to overcome this thing because I know where I have to go. So how do we find courage, Candy? Where do we get it from? The first thing we have to recognize is fear. And again, courage isn't the absence of fear. We don't have to remove fear. If we remove fear, then we don't need courage. Because courage is the thing that pushes us through the fear to get to where we need to go. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but the ability to feel fear and do it anyway. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. You face the very thing that's stopping you to get to your goal, and you feel it, you're scared, but you say, no, I was told that this goal is supposed to come to pass. I was told that I can do great things. I'm going to press through. I know I feel a way, but I'm going to push through and I'm going to do it anyway. But of power and of love and of a sound mind. That's what we're talking about. Yes. He didn't give me he did not give me the spirit of fear. He didn't give us the spirit where the spirit of fear lives in us, but he has given us the ability to feel fear. And when we feel that fear, then we can do certain things. And we have to understand that fear isn't always bad. What do you mean, Candy? The word says the spirit of fear. A spirit of fear is living in that emotion and living in that feeling. No. He hasn't called us to live in that feeling, but he has given it to us that we can feel it and make our move. We can feel it and make our decision. Hey, beauty. Hey, beauty. Hey, beautiful. Hey, Leo. Hey, shy. Welcome forward, loves. So listen to what I'm saying. Is fear bad? I want you, king and queens, the ones that are listening, I want you guys to let me know if you think that fear is bad or not. If fear is bad, I want you to put a 1 in the comments. If you feel like fear isn't bad, I want you to put a 2 in the comment. Guess what? Nobody is wrong. Okay? Nobody is wrong. This is why. There's 2 ways that we feel fear. There's 2 ways that fear comes to us. The first way that we can feel fear is by it's giving us a warning. Okay? It's giving us a warning. And the warning is I'm standing in a road and there's cars coming at me. They're going back and forth. I'm in the medium. I'm fearful because I feel like that I might get hit. So I make the decision to cross the street faster. Okay. Do you see that? So when I feel fear because I'm in the middle of the road, it will make me move faster because I don't want to get harmed. So fear, Juicy. Hey, gorgeous. Welcome forward, Queen. Hey, mister. So in that instance, fear isn't bad for us because it's helping us, because it's giving us a warning, right? It's warning us. It's making us alert. So the second way we feel fear is making us hold ourselves back from being great. Hi, Juicy. Hey, love. Hey, Queen. OJ, do you see that? I'm fearful of asking for the position, and I'm allowing fear to have power over me that I don't go for it. You see? Or fear can put us in a place, listen to this, where I'm fearful of taking the exam, so it forces me to study. Oh, you guys getting what I'm saying, my king and queens? You understand what I say? Thank you, Nisi. Thank you, love. You see what I mean? It can help us in a situation. Fear can push us. Come on, Nisi. It can push us to do something more. It can push us. I need you, McDollars. Hey, hot chocolate. Hey, love. It could push me to do greater. It could push me to. It could push me to a place. Hey, loves. It could push me to a place to do more, to move faster. Or we can deal with fear, false evidence appearing real. I can't go for this position because I'm not good enough. That's false evidence appearing real. If our Father said we would do greater things than He is, then we have to be great enough to get the position. We have to be strong enough to make it happen. So fear, false evidence appearing real, the negative side of it, fear can help us, and it could be positive, or fear can take us to a place that brings us and brings negativity. It brings us to a negative place of not believing that we're good enough or have the abilities to conquer that very thing. Fear is the first step towards courage. It awakens something in us that awakens the fact that the opportunity has arrived. Either you're gonna go for the position, you feel the fear, so you're either gonna press through and find courage to get through this interview, to get to the position, to try to achieve the position, or you're going to feel the fear and choose not to. Yes, dark side. It's opportunity knocking. Are you going to be scared, or do you want the reward? What are you going to feel? Okay, it's saying something, and do we allow fear to hold us back, or do we allow fear? The time is now. Come on, Nisi baby. Or do we allow fear to say, keep moving? Do we allow that fear to help us? Okay, love. Do we allow that fear to help us recognize our strength? Help us recognize our ability to overcome. Keep moving. Come on, Juicy. Come on, Nisi. One of the major things that puts us in a place to finding courage and to be able to press through, Velvet, hey love, and be able to press, Violet love, hey love, and help us to press through the very thing that we're fearing, the very thing that we feel is difficult or dangerous. We press through because we're able to control our emotions. Why am I feeling this fear? Am I feeling this fear because I feel like I'm not good enough? Or am I feeling this fear because it's warning me that I need to move, that I need to do something? Why am I feeling this fear? Why is it here? Is there some underlying things on why I'm feeling it? Because I don't feel like I got the ability. I don't feel like I'm capable. I'm not qualified. I don't have all, you see, come on, Juicy. And we have to recognize why we're feeling this fear. Because if I'm fearful to be in a relationship, then I feel like there could be many reasons on why I'm fearing being in a relationship. Am I fearing being in a relationship because I dealt with pain before? And do I have fear to be in a relationship because the pain I experienced before? I don't want to get into another relationship because I don't want to feel that pain again. We see the fear. I'm scared to be in another relationship. Why? I'm feeling this fear because the last time I went through so much pain. I went through so much pain. Why? Because was it because they hurt you? Whatever it may be. They physically abused you. You didn't love yourself enough to understand how they treated you. Wasn't good enough. It wasn't what you deserved. Well, was it because of the knowledge that you have of self that is what allowed the pain to happen? There's reasons why that pain happened. So do I understand, was it me? Was it something else? And not allowing that pain to make the decisions of our life, but us really having control ourselves of what we decide. You see, not letting our past experiences be our decision maker, be the one that decides the routes that we go, but us having free will, being able to decide on our own. I'm not deciding this thing from the pain that somebody gave me, but I'm deciding it from my knowledge of my experience of knowing who I am. Oh, you see, there's a big difference. That fear can't come over me and have power over me if I don't recognize who I am. If I recognize who I am, then I know that this is not for me. I'm not stopping myself from being in a relationship because I might feel pain again. I recognize that I deserve what has been promised to me, and that is me having divine relationships. So I'm going to allow it to happen, and I'm not going to allow pain to block my blessing. I'm not going to allow pain to divert my promise. Do you see that? So the first step is fear. Why am I feeling fear? Hey, sexy. Hey, love. Hey, Super Dave. Why am I feeling fear? Hey, Corey. Bullet. Santiago, thank you, love. Marie, hey, love. The Dom, thank you for sharing. I appreciate you. So first of all, I'm going to allow myself to feel the fear, right? I feel the fear. Why am I feeling this fear? Is it because of past relationships and I didn't understand who I was? Then maybe the fear is not something that I'm supposed to let block me from moving forward. Okay, why am I feeling this fear? The doorknob is hot and it burned my hand. I'm fearful that there might be a fire in the back of this door. Why? Because I dealt with fires, and when I was younger, I was in a fire. So I'm fearful, don't open the door because the fire will come out. It's better that I leave the door closed. Hey, love, how are you? Welcome forward. I hope you're having an awesome day. Shy, speak on it. Come on, Juicy. So my fear has protected me because I'm scared, come on, Nisi, that the fire is going to come out of the door. So what are you feel? Is it false evidence appearing real, king and queens? Is that the fear that we're feeling that's saying I'm not good enough to go for the position in the job? I'm not good enough to start my own business because I got children. Sexy, thank you, love. Because I got children and there's no way I can't go for my goals because I don't have the money. How is it going to be possible? Is it false evidence appearing real? Because my God, the person that I serve, the Most High, he said that all things are possible through him. So am I fearing these false things, or is it real? Am I fearing the doorknob's hot because there's fire on the other side of the door, and my fear allowed me to think, and it allowed me to move and protect myself from harm? It says courage is in the absence of fear. It's not that we have it all together, that there's no fear at all. It's saying that courage is but the ability to feel fear and act anyway. I'm moving and I'm standing strong even though I feel this thing. I know who I am and it feels hard, and I'm scared that it might not work, and I'm scared that I might not get through. But what I'm doing, Sports Freak, hey love, but what I'm doing is I'm moving forward because I know there is greater for me, that what is for me is greater than the fear that I fear. You see that? What's for me is greater than the fear that I'm feeling. What God has for me is for me. What God has for me is for me. So I'm not going to allow false evidence appearing real, fear, F-E-A-R. I'm not going to allow fear to stop what has been promised for me. I'm not going to allow it to rob my destiny. Fear isn't going to do that to me. Do you hear me, king and queens? I made up my mind that in order for me to be able to understand what fear I'm dealing with, I need to have the ability to control my emotions. Come on, the Dom. Come on, Taylor. How can I understand what fear I'm dealing with? I'm understanding it because I need to have the ability to control my emotions. It keeps the objective. If I feel fear, it keeps the objective. It doesn't just let me focus on my feelings, but what it does, it helps me to look at me learning from the experience. And I want you guys, I want to explain that more. So let's get into it. Let's say somebody doesn't like public speaking. So listen to me. You don't like public speaking. So us as humans, we don't think about worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is if I have a speech in front of 300 people, I get up there and I forget what I have to say. Right? That's worst case scenario. But we don't even think about worst case scenario. We're really concerned about what the worst case scenario will have us feel like. Not that it happened, but we're more concerned about how it made us feel. What are you talking about, Candy? Well, I go up there in front of 300 people and I start trying to speak and I don't remember anything I was gonna say. They close. I get off the stage. Nobody heard anything I had to say. I go home and I lay down. When I go home and lay down, I'm not concerned about me not speaking in front of the people. What I'm concerned about is feeling embarrassed, feeling stupid, feeling like I didn't do it right. That's what's bothering me. And the next time I go to speak, I'm not thinking about forgetting what I have to say, but I'm truly really thinking about feeling embarrassed again, feeling like I'm not smart, feeling like I don't have knowledge because I'm not able to do it. Do you see? I see that? And that part is deep because it's not worst case scenario we're thinking about. We're thinking about the feelings and the emotions that would happen to us if worst case scenario did. Now, imagine that where we're really thinking about how we're going to feel if we mess up. Imagine if we have the ability to cultivate and control our emotions, we would do more things. If we wasn't so focused on our emotion, then we would try out more things because worst case scenario happens. Guess what? If I do something wrong, I'm going to learn from it. It's going to be experience to make me better. When we understand the things that we deal with just make us better, whether worst case scenario or best case scenario, then we don't really we focus on the objective. We don't really have to dissect it and really believe and just concentrate on how it makes us feel. But if we control our emotions, that me feeling embarrassed, it's okay because I know who I am. I could feel embarrassed about something, but that doesn't change my value. Come on now. I could seem a way to people, but how people feel about me doesn't control my life and the decisions of how I feel about self. Come on, King and Queens. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, they may have thought I wasn't smart because I couldn't remember what I said. They may have thought that I was embarrassed, but I'm not because I know who I am. So I'm focused on my objective that next time I'm going to make sure that I study and I review my speech before I go up there because I'm going to look at all the things I didn't do that I can do now. So my experience helps me learn, and when I get there, I don't focus on how the last experience made me feel, but all the things that I can do better from the last experience. Do you see that? Whoa. You see, Juicy? When we're able to do that, then we're able to control our feelings and cultivate our emotions. We're able to find courage. Because I'm confident to speak in front of people again, even though last time I wasn't even able to speak at all in front of 300 people. My mind went blank. I have some courage now to go in front of people because I learned from my mistakes. There's some things that I could have did that I didn't do, and I did now. And now that I did it now, I have some courage about myself to get it done. Do you hear me, king and queens? But what we do is the reverse. Last time I stood in front of 300 people and I couldn't get it out. Come on, Candace. I couldn't get it out. We do the reverse. Now I got to speak in front of 500 people. I'm embarrassed. It's not going to work for me. I don't feel, I'm getting sad. I'm getting depressed because I wasn't good enough to speak last time. Come on, Candace. Come on, Juicy. I wasn't good enough to speak last time. It's the same now. I'm not good enough now. Why did they put 500 people in front of me to speak for? I don't feel good. I'm getting embarrassed again. Fear is coming in again. I'm getting scared again. I'm getting angry that I'm not going to be able to do it. Who am I talking to? And we let our emotions be priority instead of having objective to get through. And when we understand, I learned from my mistake last time, I'm going to get up here and kill it. We're going to find some courage inside of ourselves. Well, we're going to think positively. If they didn't think I could do it, they wouldn't have put me in front of 300 people in the first place. And now that they asked me to do it again and there's 500 people, they recognize the ability on the inside, and I do too. I'm going to learn from what happened before, and I'm going to do what I didn't do before, and I'm going to get up here and I'm going to act anyway. Come on, king and queens. That's what I'm talking about. When we find courage, we act anyway. When somebody says we can't do it, we act anyway. When we feel like it can't get done, we act anyway. And that is finding courage. I have courage to get through the very thing that is hard. I got courage to get through the very thing that's difficult. I'm finding courage because why? I understand who I am. Alpha, hey love. Come on, Candace. Let's be real, king and queen. I'm finding courage because I know who I am. Fear is the first step, and when fear comes, the door is knocked on, and I see the opportunity. The opportunity has arrived for the test and trial. Come on, OJ. For the test and trial for me to have victory. What? When fear comes along, because we can't have courage without fear. And once we understand that we feel the fear, we recognize I feel fear, so there's an opportunity for me. Here's another opportunity for me to have the victory. Come on now. This is another opportunity for me to move this mountain. There's another opportunity for me to... Yes, there's another opportunity for me to see how big my God is. It's another opportunity for me to see him, feel him, and understand what he is going to do for me. Once again, it's another opportunity for him to show himself strong. When I fear things, I see and feel opportunity. No longer do I hide. No longer do I cover myself. No longer do I run away. But when I feel fear, I find courage because I feel the opportunity. I feel the opportunity to receive the victory again. Come on, Golden. I see the opportunity to do great things. I see the opportunity to overcome. I see the opportunity to persevere. The next thing I want to talk about, king and queens, about finding courage is you want to come to a place to reduce the uncertainty. Well, I'm not sure it's going to happen for me. Well, I don't know if this happens that way. Will it work out? I'm unsure. I'm not sure. I know you told me to open this business, but I'm uncertain that I have the qualifications. I'm uncertain. Reduce the uncertainty. Well, how can I reduce the uncertainty, Candy? I don't think I could reach my goal. I don't think I could open my own business. I'm uncertain of a lot of things. Remember, king and queens, uncertainty breeds fear. I'm going to say that again. Uncertainty breeds fear. Uncertainty, Jesse, hey love, uncertainty is bringing us to a place to start making excuses. And the more excuses we make, the more we're fearful of doing the very thing that we're trying to do. Come on, sexy. Uncertainty breeds fear. So how, Candy, how can I get to a place to I don't understand. How can I get to a place to be able to get out of that uncertainty? But I'm not certain. What you can be certain about, you fix. And what you can't, you give it to the Most High. Come on, Jade. What did you say, Candy? What you can be certain about, be certain about. The things that you are uncertain about, become certain about. And the ones that are out of your control, you give to the Most High. Trucker, Russell, what do you mean by that, King? If I'm uncertain that I'm going to pass the exam because you know what, I have fear because I never graduated from college and I got a GED, and you know I didn't graduate from high school. I never graduated from high school and I had to get a GED. Now I got to pass this test in college. I don't think I could do it because you know I couldn't really do it before. You begin to be uncertain that you're going to pass the exam, but you no, I am certain that I can pass the exam because I got my GED. We need to stop focusing on the negative things that happen in our life. I say it all the time, not the battle, but the victories. We got to start reminding ourselves of the victories. Okay, I'm scared of taking the exam. I'm uncertain that I will pass. So what am I going to do? I'm going to start studying because that's in my control. I'm going to be certain that I did everything to the best of my ability to prepare myself for the exam. I'm uncertain that I'm going to pass. Well, that part I'm going to give to the Most High. I'm going to do my very best. I'm going to try my very best with a good heart, and I'm going to allow the Most High to fill in everything else. And that's what we do. So I'm finding courage to take the exam because I did all the preparation that I could do to take this exam. So now I leave it in his hands. So reduce the uncertainty in order for you to find the courage. Praise, hello. Grand rising to you. Reduce the uncertainty, because uncertainty breeds fear. Reduce the uncertainty, and we can reduce it by knowing who we are. Dino, hey love, we can reduce the uncertainty by understanding the promises that the Most High said to us. We shall do greater things than him. Then for sure I'm going to find some courage to overcome this difficulty and danger and fear. I'm going to find something on the inside because it was spoken that I was going to do it, and I will. There's two more things that I want to say. The first thing that you need to do when you're trying to find courage is take a moment to breathe. When you deal with fear, take a moment to breathe so it can bring perspective. Take that moment to breathe so you can stop magnifying the issue greater than your God. Take the moment to breathe so you can find your strength. In my weakness, he is made strong. Take a moment to breathe to find your strength. The next thing about finding courage that I'm going to talk about is think more of yourself. What do you mean? When you come to a place where you're facing your fear, you're scared of something, and you want to find courage, you want to find that strength to press through, I want you to think of yourself. Think more of yourself. What have you overcome already, King? What have you overcome already, Queen? Look at the trophies that you have on the wall, on the very things that was deciding and you was going through, that was trying to kill you, that you have overcame. You are more than a conqueror. You have survived some things. Take a moment, King and Queen. Thank you, Eternal. Take a moment, King or Queens, to look at what you have survived already. And when I look at my victories, I can find some courage, and knowing that I am the same person that overcame that mountain. I am the same person that overcame abuse. I'm the same person that overcame being molested as a child. I'm the same one that has overcame not having a support system when I was a child. I'm telling you, and throughout my life, I was the one that overcame the toxic relationship. I have overcome sickness. There are things that I have dealt with that I have overcame. Now that I deal with this fear, I'm going to find courage because I'm going to reflect on the very victories and the things that I have overcame. So the one thing, come on Taylor, come on Nisi, the one thing that I'm going to say about finding courage is think more of yourself. Come on Santiago. And the last thing that I want to say to you, my king and queens, is in order for us to be in a place to find courage, you have to ask yourself, who do I need to become? Jeremy, hey love. Did you hear what I said? You got to take a moment and ask yourself, who do I need to become? And when we find out who we need to become, we understand that I have to get through these things to be greater. I'm going to find some courage on the inside. Come on, child. I'm going to find some courage on the inside because I know I got to become greater. I know that my becoming is greater than where I am right now. I know there has to be more because it was promised to me and it needs to come to pass. So who do I need to become? Do you understand your greatness? Do you see and understand your value and your worth, king and queens? When we understand who we need to become, then when we deal with these opportunities of fear, opportunities of persevering through fear and danger and difficulty, we move forward, we act anyway because we know there's somewhere that we're going. I made it through some things before, some things I didn't really make it through, but I'm still winning because I grew. Even though I didn't make it through, I grew in the mistakes that I made, so that means I'm winning anyway. There's a lot of things in my life that happen, but what I do understand is I'm not supposed to be the same person I am today, tomorrow. So if that's the case, when something comes and an obstacle comes in my way and is fearful to me, I'm going to take some courage because I'm standing on my promises. I'm going to take some courage because I believe in my destiny. I'm going to take and find some courage and strength on the inside that causes me to persevere through and withstand and stand strong through danger, fear, and difficulty because I know who my Father is. He who is in me is greater than he who is in the world. So as big as you are, obstacle, you will never, ever, ever be as big as my God. So ask yourself, king and queen, who do you need to become? When we don't know who we need to become, then that's when fear overrides the courage. But when I know who I need to become, I don't need every detail, but my Father spoke some things to me and I believe him and I'm walking out in faith in what he has spoken, then I understand I have strength to find courage to get through. My life reflects the process of the greatness I will be. My life reflects the process of the greatness that I will be. So I ask you, king and queens, to ask yourself and really, who do I need to become? Be reminded of the promises that were spoken over your life. Be reminded of this great declaration that was declared before you was conceived in your mother's womb, which means it doesn't matter how this life turns out. It doesn't change what was declared. Wasn't that awesome? It was so good, right? It was amazing. We know how to conquer fear. We know that fear isn't always bad, but again, it's not always helpful. And now we know what fear is, then we can really just come to a place to understand who we need to become. That's what we learned, right? So become a winner, become great as you've been called to be king and queens. And I really hope you enjoyed this message of taking courage, of finding courage. Please subscribe to the Honorary YouTube channel if you haven't yet. Please like the videos and comment. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and share if you feel like family and friends would enjoy this. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Until next time, have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing life.